Hello and welcome back to Bromance of the Three Gamers. I'm John.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Mike, and there was no technical problems.
There wasn't. I did hit Mike's keyboard though because it looked at me funny.
It looks at me funny all the time too.
Yeah. Last episode, Mike forgot to get
I was in the area, and then I totally was like, wait, I think they're over there, and I forgot to get the tigers, so...
Yeah, but since this is our historical route run through, it really doesn't matter at this point. So
Yeah.
we're just doing this as a side chapter, and literally, to get to this battle, all you need to do is just tame all three tigers.
Yeah, which is there's three corners of where they show up. And
Exactly.
It's not a hard thing to do.
Exactly. But for this, since we're not doing hypothetical, does he need to do all the UN shoe things?
Not really. I mean...
Yeah.
I'm gonna try for it.
I mean, yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, this is the battle that would happen if Mike was able to get all three tigers under his control.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then after
Yeah, I'll
this,
let that charge.
And then after this, we'll be dealing with a lot of Sao.
Oh
Yeah, it's at
That's gonna
this
be a
point
lot.
it goes all south because
Yeah.
battled Pu Yang.
Lu Bu and Sao really kept going at each other.
Well, I mean, South is the only formidable force at this point.
Yeah, it's not like Liu Bei could stop him.
Should I be? Yeah, I'm gonna be Lubu.
Good bet.
Let's just play Lu Bu the whole time, dude. There's, I think, only one or two boards where you can't be Lu Bu.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm surprised you don't want to be Zhang Liao.
I do. Like
I
Zhang
do
Liao.
want to be Zhang Liao, but
Dude,
Well.
be Zhang Liao then.
it's kind of like Lu Bu makes the game easy.
Hey man, I'm gonna be playing as Lu Lingqi when I'm given the chance.
That's true.
The only reason I tell Bob this is because I hate Cheng Long.
From the west and strike down
Zhang Liao, I don't think I'm worth playing as.
with those bandits.
It's not that bad. He's just
Khan's army.
So just kill everyone with a name like every other stage.
kill everybody.
Lubu.
Who dares think he is?
I mean, it's probably yelling it underneath the screen anyway.
Yeah.
Who
God,
dare wins?
I love Lu.
I'm Lu Bu.
I love Lu Bu. And I know Josh tells me the only reason I like him is he's overpowered. Because that's all you and Josh ever say on the people I like.
I mean, it's kind of hard when you pick a lot of overpowered characters as your favorites.
Alright, besides Lu Bu,
Xiao Yun.
how is he overpowered?
Have you seen that goddamn spear?
I know. Alright, anyone else besides him?
I'm trying to think of who else you like. Zhao Ho Ba you do like, right?
No, Bob.
Yeah.
Open the gate.
I guess.
You had for a while there, you did have where you were playing as Zhao Ho Ba a
Yeah.
lot, so... I mean,
I don't hate him, but I'm not.
You went through a Zhao Ba phase.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Zhao Ho Ba is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Uh,
But to be fair, that's the weapon, not them.
yeah, well that's why, well, I mean, technically the EXs are in there too, so...
Exactly. That's why I said the weapons and their EXs and the new styles are what make a character overpowered.
Yeah.
This appears to be as far as
But technically, then that's only two people.
I'm trying to think of who else you would like, though. Well, I guess just go through some of the people you like, and I'll explain if they are overpowered or not.
All right.
Go through the boulders.
Yeah.
Pang De is not the most overpowered, but he is pretty ridiculous.
I mean, Eugene.
He's kind of like he is, I would say, in an upper tier, but he's not overpowered.
All right, Eugene Sao Pi. There's no way you're gonna tell
No,
me
Sao
he's
Pi.
overpowered.
Sao Pi is actually probably the one that I would say you pick.
Then I would say
Crush.
Honda, Eugene, Sao Pi. I would say then probably Zenji. She's not overpowered.
Nah, she's not.
Alright, that's how many for Wu? Four?
Yeah,
I
there's
usually
four.
have five.
So that was like at least two that were overpowered.
And I guess.
should proceed.
No, wait. Honda, Eugene,
So why are we helping you and Xiao right now? Did Lu Bu just travel as a mercenary for a while, or?
Yeah, he gets to a point where he doesn't really have anything to do, so he just is doing whatever he can.
Oh. Junyu. You know that's not overpowered.
Oh, yeah.
You know
Eight.
he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Empires,
He is
not
not.
overpowered.
He's not.
So, out of that...
Well, that's Wei.
Out of Wei, only one of them you would say is overpowered.
Yeah, but that's Wei Kingdom.
Yeah.
We're talking about, like, overall.
Okay.
Like, if it was, like, your top 10 characters to use.
Then, yeah, okay, then, yeah, 2 so far. I'm sorry. Yeah, 2.
Because you got
Because
Zhao
you barely
Yu.
recognize Punga as OP.
Well,
Because he's not really.
he
That mace is slow as hell. He's only a danger when you put
yeah, when
velocity
you
on
know
him.
what you're doing.
Exactly, so, no. I wouldn't count him as
Okay,
so
so
no one from Wei.
Alright, so nobody from Wei.
Woo. Jotai.
Jotai is rigged.
Alright.
As someone who likes Jotai,
Yeah, I know.
he is broken.
But Jotai. Then Sun Jian.
In this one,
He ain't rigged.
he's not rigged, but he is pretty like strong.
Yes.
And,
But we're going with people you say are rigged and OP, so
okay. Alright. So Sunjian, no.
exactly. Then it would be probably Hongda,
There we
not Hongda, Ding Fong,
Ding Feng.
Lian Shi.
Before or after? Well, you used her in both, didn't you?
Yeah.
The bow was pretty ridiculous, but I wouldn't call it OP. But those hook blades are kind of broken. They haven't really balanced them yet. The duck blades that
I know,
she
but
uses. Yeah.
you know, it's not like she's the most ridiculous character though.
Oh, she's not in. I would say she's in a top tier, but she's on like the bottom of the top tier. If we would create a tier system of what units are good and what units are bad.
That's 4. And then I would say probably. I guess it would be a toss up between. No, you know what? I would go with then. I'd go with Twan after the generic sword. And you know that fire sword, even in Empire.
Yeah, that fire
not,
sword's not that great.
But it's still better than.
But if you went with his actual just regular sword, the regular sword's pretty broken. But I think that's because everybody uses it,
generic, yeah.
and you,
Well, but that.
it's really
I do
hard
like that
not to
fire sword though more than the
get some actual use. So yeah. So you
So-
got 3 overpowered characters so far.
Yep, Zhao Yun, Lu Bu, and Jotai. Now we move to Shu. Obviously, Zhao Yun, yes, he's OP. Then we move to Guan Ping, who is in the same boat as Pengda, is not as dangerous until you put vicinity.
Yeah.
You put, a speed boost on him.
Yeah,
Actually, he's pretty crap, like most
he is
heavy
pretty
characters.
shit because his sword is generic as fuck.
Exactly, and it's only dangerous when you get velocity on it.
So, yeah.
So, he's not OP.
Okay.
Zhao Yun, Guan Ping, Zhu Shu.
Yeah, that is actually pretty broken.
I don't think his weapon.
The sewing needle
His
sword?
second Musa was broken as shit.
Yeah, but I think his weapon's pretty ridiculous because it's so fast and can do so much damage so quickly. And if you know what you're doing with a lot of some of the like, there's certain parts of his chains that also can hit a lot of people. Plus, what is it? His EX pretty much cuts through almost.
If you can get one of the AXs to go off, because
Well-
on higher difficulties, the one where it goes swishy swashy isn't that effective.
Well, if you can get that up against somebody, it usually does a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, but against someone on a higher difficulty, usually they hit you out of it before you have a chance to get that uppercut one.
I guess we could put that up, sort of. Half. How about?
All right.
The 3.5 we'll go with.
And we also got Zhang Fei.
Even Gong Sun's
I wouldn't say he's broken, but he is powerful.
Yes, but he's not OP. One of his moveset. No, both of his air moveset and his first moveset require you to hit somebody to be effective.
Yeah.
And when they miss, they're not extremely effective.
Yeah. Alright, I'll give you that.
And then let's say Xing Sai.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's unwieldy, but she ain't OP. And that's all for Shu. Jin. Wen Yang. Not OP.
Not OP.
Wen Yang. Wang Yuan.
I can just win the battle now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Great.
That's a hard one. Because that's one everybody loves. And
Yeah, but you know those weapons
Well,
are weak as shit.
they're
The only thing
they
that
have
make
no,
it-
they have no knockback.
Yeah,
That's
the
problem.
only thing that makes them really dangerous is their area of effect.
Well, their area effect and their speed.
Yeah, but if you're usually going one-on-one on a harder difficulty and the guy's
It's
blocking
like
and you
nigh
don't...
impossible.
Exactly.
Yeah. So okay.
Zhang Xinha
Nah, yeah.
This battle bores me.
and Sima
No
Yi.
matter how many times I might fight it.
In that case, perhaps
His
it's
is
time that
pretty rigged.
If you know how to set up everything, because those gravity balls can send them flying up into the air when you're trying to do a combo.
I mean,
What do you
And
say?
again,
Would you like
it's more technical, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to kind of go with the. OP to me doesn't mean that you should just be like right off the bat be able to go, oh, I can win with
I'm
this.
through.
no, that's what OP means to me, because you can do that with
My own
him
battles.
right off the bat. It is almost
Well,
literally
then you could-
impossible to fucking...
Because then you could then argue that then like almost any like there's a lot of characters in here that are just really simplistic and easy and thus are overpowered.
But then I use OP as the whole round package. Lupu is OP.
Pay our debt.
His EXs are OP. His Musals are OP, because...
we could then say that Zhang Liao is OP. We could say that you know
No, I wouldn't put Zhang Li. That was OP.
Xiahou Dun is OP. I'm just saying.
I'm
'cause
just saying, too. 'cause
it's easy to do all the Xiahou Dun stuff.
Yeah.
And
But here's the question. Is it easier for him to clear large amount of people like it is Lu Bu? Because Lu Bu has that.
I usually use Gan Ning.
He's OP.
his old one was
Yeah.
How old? The
seventh.
special sword? Oh.
Now in 7th. I mean, in that one, he was definitely overpowered with his swords, but now
Flail?
with his scythe, he was ridiculous.
That was 7.
Oh yeah, that was 7.
That's what
because
I'm saying in 7. But
Because in 8 he had the flail that works alright.
Yeah, because he got the flail from Sao Ren.
because they took that from him. and
All
gave it to
right. Who's doing Puyong?
Do you want to do Puyang or do you want me to?
When does Lu Lingqi show up?
Not for a while.
I guess...
I'll do Puyang.
Alright, then I guess I'll do the... No. I'll do Puyong. Wait. I'm trying to figure out, because...
We need to look at the boards.
We do. Because I know she shows up...
I guess lower the recording and then just check to see where Lubu's stuff goes. Because there's a battle after this.
Yeah, it's the battle... It's pretty much the battle where Cao Cao kicks him out. There you go. 'Cause this is where you're
But
at.
you know what? We'll have that all set up and ready next time.
14 minutes?
14 minutes? Okay.
No.
Okay.
We're still going.
Alrighty then. You figured that out, I guess,
Yeah.
while I'm doing this.
I'm like...
I'm doing Zhang Liao.
I'll
I
just
didn't
check.
realize that it was 14 minutes.
I looked at it and you're like, but we'll figure that out next time. I'm like, 14 minutes? Really? That's not even half.
I
our
didn't
usual
think it
runtime.
would. Yeah, I keep forgetting that these, like, we can do double boards with these.
Master Lubu,
Yeah, these go by pretty quick.
thank you for coming.
Master Lubu!
Well, it was also, you know...
I really like his armor.
Yes, I am Chen Gong.
I like his armor too.
Nice of you.
I hate this guy.
I am
Who wouldn't
honored
hate this
He
guy?
is a little annoying, but I like
to further your cause.
his weapon, not so much to use as to have someone who uses it. Like I was making a whole bunch of custom characters in 8 empires. And eventually I got to the Santa Claus kingdom.
Capable of assassinating
And now he's just got an elf running around with Chen Gong's scroll. And I think it's hilarious.
power.
All I heard was the Santa Claus Kingdom.
Oh yeah, Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus, an elf,
For the land.
the Krampus.
Therefore, I would like to use.
Remember when we used to see that all the time
What?
on here when we tried to watch videos of something? The Krampus trailers.
Let us set forth.
Yeah, no, it's because it was for Christmas.
No, that's a horror movie. Remember?
Yeah, no, but it was for Christmas. It was a Christmas horror movie.
Really?
Yeah, there's a St. Patrick's Day horror. There's a couple of
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day horror movies.
Battle of Ding Tong.
They're all about the same
That's
leprechaun.
this. Historical route. Assault on Sha Pi. Lu Lingqi shows up. Battle of Shu Chan. Lu Lingqi shows up.
Well, where's Pu Yang?
We will
Pu Yang
scatter
is
Cao
1, 2, 3 from her, which makes her first appearance. And Bob did
Okay, we must win
Battle
this
of
battle
Cheng
before the
Shang.
main
You do
unit.
Pu Yang. I would do
There we
Ding
go.
Tao.
To quickly take both Fuyang Castle and Juan.
I guess the next time I would play her would be Battle of Sha Pi.
Master Chen Gong,
Because then after that we're going to the
turning
end game.
against Cao
show.
Cao and joining Lu Bu. I am curious to see the
Oh,
story.
cool. We leveled up.
We require the strength of the
I just hate how she's only doing this.
Master Zhong Miao.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's like they're saying that he wouldn't have a child.
I am well known in these parts. I will bring them to our cause.
No, for Dio Chan, it's like he was still married at this point.
Yeah. He's a concubine.
Not his wife.
You don't leave your wife for, strange.
I wish they would have Cao Cao concubine.
The one who actually raised all his kids.
Yeah.
I think they're going to, because she's one of those.
Maybe she'll make it into that
She's also
RPG.
she's also P's actual mother, like birth mother.
There's a lot of ones that they're doing with that. Or with, they did in the recent last one.
P pretty much all the siblings from what Mike said that are Sal's. Like Sao P, the one with the yellow beard, not the yellow beard guy, the one that had like, the one that beat up, I think it was a boar or something. Remember him? The rash one?
Yeah.
Showed up to his father's funeral with a shit ton of troops and actually scared Pete.
Because he thought he was going to have to fight for his,
Claim to the throne.
yeah.
When in actuality he just came to mourn. And then also the brother that he was gonna kill.
Unless he wrote a poem.
Exactly. Those were all from the same mother. Because they're all his actual brothers. So technically she would actually have the most claim to fame of being there. Plus I think it would add more to Cao Cao as a
Well, it's
character,
like they
you
should
know?
add Sao Hong.
Yeah, but then he'd just be the Cao Ren.
Oh, but yeah, I can see a lot of
Well,
I
he's
can
like
see a lot of good story elements coming out of adding her as a character.
You add certain characters and you add more depth to the characters. Like right now in
Well,
7
Chang-
did the best of like humanizing most of them.
Yeah.
8, they just went back to them being a single trait.
Yeah, they're back to, I am the man of benevolence.
Yeah.
I am the man of ambition. I'm the crybaby who doesn't understand how to do things.
But yet my kingdom outlasts the other two because
I am interested.
Because that was his skill, not getting taken over. Were things bad on the inside?
Master Chen Gong, you are a most
that was almost that was a bunch of fighting right there.
Which they couldn't control.
And it got worse once he died. Which usually happens when your lord dies. And you have too many children. And they're all fighting for the title.
It
And you
appears that resistance is futile.
you kill the one good son and you exile the other.
Yeah, but that happens a lot with them.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that funny?
It's like all they freaking do.
I mean, they already get, well, Li Wei doesn't need one because technically Liu Shan's mother never became his wife. Concubine. Really?
I don't think
Well,
I
and he also let his wives die, so,
Yeah.
I mean...
every victory.
I figured Liu Shan was,
What?
I forget her name now.
No, he never had a legitimate child.
Well, no, he did. He had girls though.
No. But he had children with Shang Jang.
He
That
didn't have
was
children with
the
Sun Shang Jang. He had children with his... Because they keep forgetting to mention this, but by the time you get to whatchamacallit, he's already had 2 wives.
How many concubines? See, that's what people don't tell you. Is they don't tell you that.
He had 2 wives by the time you get to
And that's another thing they don't tell
Sean
you. Is
Bond.
most of the times, the kids that rise up to do really good shit are the ones that are not from marriage. They're usually from the concubine.
well, that's why they have the concubine.
Like P and his brothers, they all came from that concubine, and she raised all Cao Cao's kids too, that weren't her own.
Yeah, it's who else?
Lady Bob.
Well, you know what? And then you have like the legitimate children in there, and they're all freaking idiots.
You are, you foul beasts. I
Yeah,
will
like
Zhu Yu's
shall return.
kid. Beyond an idiot.
Or my personal favorite, you know, Guan Yu. His legitimate kids can't be proved that they exist. His adopted kids are bawling because they came from a branch of his family that were not him. So what does that tell you? The god of war, when he produces children, when he did, weren't as good as him. But when he adopted kids from inside his family, they were essentially, you know, praised to being as good as their father.
If not better.
Exactly.
Master.
Like Ping, I think, was praised as being like the next Guan Yu, and then Xing was praised by Zhuge Liang.
I mean, they all eventually get praised, but that...
Yeah. But it's not like Zhang Ba, whose only claim to fame is mostly the fact that he found the guy that... No, he didn't even find the guy that killed his father, because the guys who killed his father were his men.
Zhang Bao does a lot of stuff too. They just, again, it's one of those things. They don't talk about it.
Well, they also only put him in there for the... Ko even said they only put him in there to run the whole, you know, Storm Brother thing.
Yeah, because that's what he and...
When in actuality, I wish they would have forgot that and just given us the real son of Zhang Fei. Zhang Sao, the younger brother, who inherited everything from their father, except the drunkenness. Because I read his info, I'm like, this guy is amazing! It's like he inherited everything from Zhang Fei, his fighting prowess, his skill, everything. And he didn't get the bad drunk traits.
Yeah, it's like, there's a couple of them that... have
But the
that
problem
kind of
is,
stuff.
you know, he probably doesn't fit the story the way they want to tell it.
Yeah.
Like, why have him, you know, when you're gonna have Xing? And to be fair, Guan Yu's kids are the only ones that actually get.
They of all the characters they had in this one, it was all Guan Yu's kids, and that was, I think, the part that a lot of people were pissed off about, because they were like, "Can we have other characters? There's other, you know, characters that'd be a lot more useful, especially to the story."
Yeah. Like, you can add Liu Hua. That adds that adds something.
Yeah.
Like, that adds something
Liu
to
Hua
shoot.
would add to the end game if you
It
had.
adds to the beginning game, too, because he technically shows up around the time Guan Yu...
They said the earliest that Guan Yu shows up is not Guan Yu.
Liu
Liu
Hua
Hua.
is when he leaves.
Yeah, is when after Guan Du.
Yeah. So he would technically show up on that board. Probably, like, escaping with Guan Yu.
Yeah. Well, he would show up with the Liu Bei's second wife, I
The
think.
one that, yeah.
One of the ones that they lose later. And Liu Bei gives like little.
You know who they should add? And I think they might, but I don't really know what she'll do. Ooh. Mike knows what I'm talking about. The one that was the poster challenge for Blast.
Oh,
You know who I'm
Oh,
Xiaohou.
that's Moose.
Yeah.
He was trying to hit the Musou, but it was like, yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, you know.
Xiaohou. It's
King Sai's mother.
it's Xing Sai's and Zhang Bao's, I think.
6'10", I guess that would also make Zhang Shao's mother too. Pretty much the chick that, you know, Zhang Fei abducts.
And then, yeah, it's Xiahou Ba's sister.
Yeah, it's Jahaba's sister.
Yeah. Xiahou Yuan's daughter.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps I should bring Lu Bu's
But I don't know what she'd do. She would literally just be
She
there
would
to
be there
humanize
for-
Zhang Fei.
Well, I think she'd also be there at the end game.
Together, we will
How
bury
old
that
was she?
insolent Lu Bu. To finish this.
Old enough, I think.
about you.
That would
I think we would be better off.
The only reason why I say she'd probably be there at the end game is because of the fact that
Supposition of cold heart.
they probably would do the Xiahou Ba defects the shoe, and not just let him freaking die off for no reason.
I'm going to scorch.
They usually had that. They had that stage last time.
Then you come to the right
Yeah.
place.
He would.
I'll be back. Here you go, Bob. You play through.
Okay.
Let me do it.
Okay, John's gonna do it.
Yeah. All right. Food's been ordered. Gotcha.
Other stuff is going on.
Millions of things.
Whoa, where?
But she'd be interesting to add.
I'm not saying she won. I'm just like.
But it would make it so that Xiahou Ba might actually be a part of Shu instead of Jin.
No.
Well-
You know that's not changing.
Well, because every time they do it, they pretend like he gets executed, and it's like, no, he didn't get executed. He actually joined, and he served.
Research to make me that much.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I thought
he joined up and he served, and yeah, he was a cripple, but he served.
You're talking about when he joined Shu, right?
Yeah, Xiahou Ba.
Yeah, he doesn't die. He joins.
Yeah, but in the game, they make it so that he gets executed every time.
What, at the castle where he dies? I don't understand what you're talking about.
They have it so that every time you do the board, he gets captured. And then they have the, are we gonna execute Xiahou Ba?
Yeah, the state when he was a part of the Northern Invasion.
Yeah,
Yeah, isn't that usually when he dies?
I don't think it is.
'Cause what you're describing to me sounds like what would be par for the course of a traitor being captured.
I don't think he dies.
Well, that
at
was
that
one of the
point.
coolest things in Seven Empires. Sorry for just jumping into the conversation, but I brought pizza, so it's okay. That Seven Empires bit. What was it? When you could catch the famous officers, like certain famous officers, there was one from each faction. And when you caught them, and you actually managed to recruit them, there was a whole little cutscene with it.
There you go. Yep.
Which was one of my favorite things to do, was to catch Gan Ning or Meng Wo or Guan Yu and have that little cutscene where everyone in the camp is deathly afraid of this prisoner who's kneeling before you. And it's like, you know, you were cool. Come join me. And they're like, yeah, okay. And there's a whole other cutscene when after they joined you, they eventually learn to trust you.
Yes.
Dare stand before me. You shall pay.
Seven Empires had a lot of cool stuff now that I think about it.
You have rage.
I just got it. So. Fine.
Tried to give them a way out. He's gonna... I don't know if that would be spoilers.
Every victory serves to make me
I'd like to
much
juggle them,
stronger.
not into hell.
Curse you, Lu Bu, Chen Gong.
And I did it.
Cross your low brow.
Cao Cao's army is
Curse you, Lu Bu and Chen Gong. But you, Zhang Liao, you've got a nice thing going on. You call me later? Maybe we work something out?
Yeah, you do a little thing. You do a spin and twirl. I do a little spin and twirl. You know, we have a fun.
We
time.
all do the spin and twirl.
Okay. Oh well, we're gonna wait until we get to the character selection.
Even though you succeeded, you failed.
You know what's funny?
Loser. Loser.
You know what's funny in the old games? For some reason, when they did the map, Pu Yang wasn't there. It always felt like they put it like right closer to
Lu Yang, Lo Yang.
yeah, like right there. They put
Or
it
Shu
closer to
Chang,
that.
yeah.
I forget. Did he take that in history, or did Zhu Shu manage to hold out in history?
What?
Him taking Puyang Castle, because I thought that was the Puyang territory. I thought it was he held out in history.
Lu Bu? Lu Bu didn't take it.
Yeah, Xu Yu held out, didn't he?
Junyu held out for a little bit, and then Jaho Dun, Jaho Yuan, and Sao Hong. But basically, a bunch of his freaking officers showed up and were like, "Yeah, no.
We're not having this shit."
They're like, "Oh, these people betrayed? Well, we're not gonna betray, but I'm gonna put my foot up your ass." You're like, "What? But no, that's not how. That's not fair. It's not fair."
And you know what else isn't fair? Not watching, liking, or commenting, or subscribing to our videos. 'Cause that's just not fair. We love you guys.
Yeah.
Why won't you love us back?
Pardons.
I'm
Of
so
love.
lonely.
Exactly.
I'm
So
lonely. Well,
If you want to give us, somewhere else other than YouTube, you want to check us out on Facebook or
this magical place called Twitter. I've heard it's all the rage with the young people.
Yeah, you want
Don't
to
have
go
a
there?
MySpace yet. Don't know anyone that does.
Yes. So, if you want to contact us there, you can, and have a great day.
Exactly.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, Ikitosen, everybody.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yep. I'm gonna devour that fucking pizza.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting it's there.